this is your girl, Miss P. I hope that you are doing fabulous, darling. I am doing amazing. The first thing I need you to do is go ahead and thumbs up this video. I would really appreciate. Matter of fact, no, it's not that you enjoyed the Toni movie, but you are a fan of Toni Braxton. I am such a Toni Braxton fan that when I saw that she was doing this movie months ago, I was like, oh, hells yeah, January the 23rd. Is it the 23rd? Let me make sure. Let me not tell no story. Yes, Saturday, January the 23rd, I will be in my room looking at this movie, okay? The whole house. I turned every single TV on there to get them ratings, okay? Because this is Toni Braxton. Now, if you really want to know the tea, because a lot of people were saying on Twitter, oh my God, this was 2 hours. I felt like it was just scratching the surface. It's a movie, bitch. What are you expecting? Go read her book. Yes, go get a book, a for real book. It's called Unbreak My Heart, and you get all the tea. Everything that you were like, wait, she ain't talk about that. Read the book, honey. It goes even deeper because it's only a 2-hour movie. This was on Lifetime. So I kind of cringed to myself because y'all know we don't watch the Whitney movie together. We don't watch the Aaliyah movie together. And we saw the TLC one. I reviewed all of those. And I'm just going to tell my honest opinion. So when Lifetime popped up, I said, oh, Jesus, I don't know how this going to be. But Toni is alive and well. Praise the Lord. Okay, she done been through, but she is still here. Okay, so she was one of the executive producers. And I knew it couldn't have been that bad. Baby girl Lex Scott played Toni Braxton. She did really well. Jeffrey from the Have and the Have-Nots played Babyface. I'm just hitting on people who were like spot on. Even though the chick who played Toni Braxton was not spot on, she had some of her mannerisms and the different little things down. So I was like, okay, but I have to give it up to whoever said Jeffrey. You, even though that's not his real name, you need to play Babyface. Whoever said Debbie Morgan need to play Miss E. Congratulations, Toni Braxton's ex-hubby. That was he looked better than the real Carrie. I'm just saying. Daddy Braxton, spot on. Whoever picked Tawanda. Whoever picked Tamar near the end, I said, okay, I see why you did that. Got it. It's going to be about it on who was spot on. Whoever picked Pebbles, I'm really trying to get that together. Pebbles, we don't like you. I'm sorry. It's like a universal, we don't like y'all. I have to say LaFace is the equivalent to Sally Mae. I just have to say that because you ain't never going to get out that deal. What? This was one of the best Lifetime movies I've seen, aside from the TV show ones that I've seen. I'm gonna say, one of the cons of this movie that I could not get out of my head was this freaking lip syncing. Now, I know good and well these actors are not singers, but child, especially you doing Toni Braxton, you got to use them jaw muscles to do Toni. You gotta do that. It disturbed me when they were doing close-ups. It really did. I was sitting there like, no, far away. An hour into the movie, we get to the climax. It starts getting good. Of course, you know they gotta do the backstory, but it was getting good near the hour mark. Looky. The first thing that happened was people were not getting paid. Carrie came to her and said, we ain't getting our money. She said, oh my God, you in mint condition, y'all not getting y'all money? Let me go talk to the people. Come to find out, the deal was shitty, okay? The tour that she was on, she had to pay for out of her own pocket. LaFace wasn't paying for none of that. She was like, it's all good. I'm going to pay for it. I got a big royalty check coming in. Bid was only getting $1,900, child. She had to pay for the tour. She had to take out a loan to pay for the tour because she didn't want to disappoint her fans, child. And then went $4 million into the hole, child. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Stress, honey, stress. That was factor number one. The crazy thing, most of these artists in the 90s and even now have some of the wackest deals ever just because they want some fame and they don't know. Especially these artists back in the 90s and the 80s. If y'all see all these people's unsungs, they didn't know what they were getting into, which is crazy. You better have a good old lawyer on your squad ready because you ain't gonna have no money, bitch. You ain't got no money. Lord, the first time the people came to take her stuff, I said, no. This was during the time that Carrie scooped in and he wanted to be her rock during her time of need. I was like, oh, okay. And then we started looking at LA and Babyface like, y'all ain't shat. This was during the time when Waiting to Exhale was coming out. So Ken and them were getting their money. They were like, what? Waterfalls was out. They were like, what? Okay. Here's the thing. She sued LaFace because she was like, look at here. I need my money back. I ain't do nothing. Yes, I bought me some Gucci flip-flops. It was flatware. But she was like, look, I want to spend some money on myself. She goes to court. court, and Babyface, this is how he redeemed himself. The judge said, look at here. If this was your deal, would you have taken it? He said, hell no, boss. Absolutely. I am Baby the Face. No, I would not. Good job, Babyface. Good job, Kenneth. Good job. But here was the clause when she got her $22 million back. She couldn't say Shaq for 10 years. This industry is something shitty, honey. We're gonna fast forward to the best scene of the movie. When Miss Evelyn found out that Daddy Braxton was cheating on her for 9 years, she said, I'm gonna cut it off. I said, yes, Debbie Morgan, you better go back to your soap opera days. You better do it. But I have to say, ain't nah scene. Yes, I said ain't nah scene better than on the Jacksons' An American Dream. When Katie found out that Joseph was fucking other bitches. Now that was the best scene I done ever seen, okay? I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. Yes, you better play that. But Debbie Morgan, she done this before. Y'all remember she was in Love and Basketball when she found out that Zeke was cheating. Zeke, you can't do this to me, Zeke. Debbie been doing this a long time. Yes, I love that Toni gave a spotlight to autism awareness with her son. I love how she showed the whole up and down. Just because a kid has been diagnosed does not mean they can't have a fulfilling and happy life. And I love that she showcased it in our community, because a lot of times we like, ain't nothing wrong with him. He all right. I'm glad she showcased that. So glad. Lord, Toni had to keep her lupus under wraps. Why? Because she was taking care of her family. She was taking care of a lot of expenses. She was on tour. And y'all know when you do them Vegas shows, you better make sure you are good to go, because they want all them coins in full. Child, my nerves got bad. I started scratching my twist. And I'm not even Toni Braxton. I said, Lord, Toni, Jesus. I slept on Pulse. Now that album still bangs. See, I was going through in my relationship at the time when this came out, so I was really like, you know what? When Babyface and L.A. Reid said, you sing pain music, I believed it, because child, this my, ooh, Pulse bangs. Hands tied. Wardrobe, now that's my song. No way. That's my shit. Ooh. We finally got to the meat of why Carrie and Toni divorced. Because the whole time I'm thinking, why the hell they divorced? Because he was popping up on Braxton Family Values. They had that cute little story. They looked so cute together. I thought they worked off of each other well. I was thinking, what in the world happened? Child, we were not in their marriage. It had to do with the second bankruptcy. Okay, here's the kicker. She was sick at the time. Also, he felt like he couldn't do his music because he felt like he was in Toni's shadow. Child, it was a lot going on, honey. She was like, in love ain't enough. AKA the coins and the support wasn't there. I said, oh my God. Now near the end, this was like the 15-minute gap, so they had to go very, very fast. We figured out everything with the Braxton Family Values, but we've seen enough interviews to know how this happened. I really wanted to know what happened between 92 up until around maybe 2006, 7-ish. I love Braxton Family Values. I do. The main reason I watched it was because of Toni. Why? Because it's Toni Braxton. Like, that's who we know. But now I've grown to love all of the Braxton girls. And I think that's awesome how all of them now have their own shine and can stand on their own. But I genuinely believe that each and every one of them, Toni damn Braxton. Why? Because she done so much shit for that family. Like, oh my God. And I see why now on Braxton Family Values that she quick to go, peace out. I don't want to be in this scene. Y'all be blessed. I see it now. Whereas before I was like, Toni ain't even on the show. She didn't want to do the damn show. We were all pissed off when Toni wanted to peace out of the music industry. Now, baby, I know you got health issues and things like that, but you could sit in a chair for the rest of your life and we would listen to your music. There's no way. And I'm so glad that she came back, and it proved it with her and Babyface getting a Grammy together. Right after, I said, boom, pow, there you go. That's what you do. Toni got hits. But all in all, I enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed live tweeting with you guys. And as you guys can see, I'm very hyped because I am a Toni the Braxton fan. I love Toni Braxton. I love it. So down below in the comment section, I would love to know, what did you think? Please be very honest and let me know what was your favorite. Now, what are your favorite Toni Braxton songs? Let's talk about it. And I do have one last question. Which artist has the story that you're like, oh my God, we need to see that on the screen? I would love to know that they could be alive or gone to be with the Lord. Let's talk talk about this down below. I was so hyped tweeting with y'all that I was like, I have to do a review. Can't put a mini review on top of a Real Housewives review. We just can't do that. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm a super fan, so I enjoy talking about it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you on the next video. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless. Bye.